Have you ever written a loop just to apply the same function to every value in that list? In NumPy, there's a much cleaner way. In this video, I'll show you how vectorization works and why it's useful and how to use features like excluded and O types in just a few minutes. So let's jump right into it. Starting off, we import NumPy as NP and then create a very basic array, let's say from last time, 1 to 5. Now, vectorizing is where we take a function that will generally only take in one variable and manipulate that variable with the function applied to it. Now, vectorizing will allow us to actually import a list into a function or a vector and allow us to apply that function to each of the list items individually and then return that list or vector to you. So let's take an example. I want to make a power function, power, that takes a variable x and returns x to the power of 4. Now to vectorize it, vPower equals numpy dot vectorize and then place in the function name. Now we have a vectorized function of power called vPower. So we get the result, print vPower A, which gives 1, 16, 81, 256 and 625. Great, so that's the start of vectorize. Now we have a few attributes built into vectorize. One is called excluded. Using this, we can place in one of the parameters of the function in that we don't want to be treated as a vector. Best shown in an example. Now we have a function that takes two arguments, x and powers, which returns x to the power or powers. We can now vectorize that function like normal, but this time we add in excluded equals and then a list of variables excluded from the vectorize, which in this case is powers. So now when I call the vPower exclude, we send in a list, so we want that treated as a vector, but then 5, which will be treated as a singular value as we have put that variable in the excluded list. So now we get back our vectors of the power of 5, 1, 32, 243, 1024 and 3125. The last part of vectorize we will go through is output type, which we can force the function to return a particular output, like, for example, changing 1s and 0s to Boolean true or false. So let's take a function that returns if a variable is even or not, which will be done with x mod 2. This will return either a 1 or a 0, and we can use output types to convert this 1 and a 0 into a true or a false. So vectorize it, but this time as O types equals list bool, or bool or boolean. Then print out that new function with A and we get true, false, true, false, true, which has switched around the 1s for true and the 0s for false. Then that is all we go through today. If you found this video helpful, please like the video and subscribe to support the channel, and I hope to see you in the next video.